Thank you again. At this time, we are going to get into more business matters, and we're going to start with John Clark sharing some stats with us. John was probably happy that I was in Florida for a week and pretty much offline. That's his wife. And I was thinking about how John can possibly tolerate me. John was in the Navy for several years, and I also was wondering how in the world he can handle the hours he does. Once again, Navy. So John, I have a personal gift for you. I hope this will come in handy. It says United States Navy.
Oh, thank you.
I could be a nice guy. So John?
Wow, that was completely unnecessary.
I got something else for you later.
Okay.
But it will not be as good as that.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I like it already. So, if you remember last year, I was up here talking about our web stats, and I was very, very happy that we had almost 2 million page views and how great that was. But I warned everybody that we didn't know for sure that wasn't just a bunch of Russian bots on our website. We launched a new website, and it has much better analytics, and I am afraid to tell you that we still have almost 1.2 million page views. It really hasn't gone up substantially enough. It's a rounding error. But we're still doing really well. We're getting about, in the year since we've launched the new website, we've had 45,600 visitors to our website. Those are unique visitors. Of those, about 24,000 are mobile visitors. So a lot of people are checking out our website on their cell phones or on their tablets. And we've had about 88,000 page views, which the first year we launched, 88,000 would have been great. But when you're looking at 1.2 million, 88,000 doesn't sound nearly as impressive. However, we are getting good engagement on our site. We are getting hits on our stories. We're getting more detailed, although not as exciting information, because the new website uses Google Analytics, which is state of the art. So we can find out a whole lot more about the people that visit our site and tell you where they're coming from and what they're reading and where they're coming from, not just geographically, but what websites are leading them to our website. So the largest group of our readers are women who are 55 to 64, followed by women who are 65 plus. We have men who are 65 plus, and then women 46 to 54. And the last group in our top 5 is men 55 to 64. You may notice something as a trend there. It's because older people are more interested in journalism, and the idea of news is something that appeals to an older demographic, I think. One of the stats I'm going to talk about a little bit later indicates that a lot of people are getting their information from social media now. I'll talk about this more in a minute, but between social media and newspaper news websites, that is eclipsing everything else as far. It's beating television these days. So the largest group of people who come to our website, where they're coming from, and you might want to, just before I say this, you might want to think about, we know a lot of people are checking out our site on their mobile apps, so a lot of people are probably going to work checking out HSJ Online, because we're seeing that we have 22,000 people coming from Columbus to our website. Edinburgh gets 8,400, Shelbyville gets 7,900, Louisville gets 7,500. I assume those are people who no longer live here and are starting to look back and see what's going on in their hometown. Indianapolis is 5,300. Chicago is 5,100. And then finally, people actually in Hope checking out our website, when they check out the website, is about 2,200 people. So that's in the last year since we launched the new site. As I mentioned before, we're able to tell now where people are coming from, where they are on the internet, not just physically, but what website they're on that leads to our website. Still, the biggest number of people that come to our website go directly to hsjonline.org. However, we can tell you now that the referrers, which is where people are finding a story that they click on and then go to our website, where they're coming from. And in the last year, The biggest number of those people is 37,000 from Facebook. But far and away from sites that are not our own site, Facebook is our biggest driver of traffic. 1,300 from the town of Hope, 600 from AT&T websites, and I'm not sure I understand this, but 349 from the Republic. So thank you for the Republic folks for coming and checking out what's going on here in Hope. So again, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about some of the stuff coming up in journalism and what we're facing and where we are as an industry, but that's kind of an overview of where we are now. Again, the stats we have now, we had a conversation with Dave McChesney, who runs our web hosting company, and he said that he has for-profit weekly newspapers with a print newspaper that don't do as well as we do as far as getting hits. And we don't have the benefit of having a print newspaper every day, every week, saying, hey, go check us out online. We're not running advertisements on the radio, as local newspapers are. So when you figure that this is basically just word of mouth and people finding us through Facebook and social media, we're doing pretty well. And again, he says we're doing better than many of their print products. So thanks a lot.
And at this time, we're going to hear from Don Hewitt, who's going to discuss contributions with us.
Probably wouldn't surprise most of you that the first topic that comes up when we have our meeting every month on the agenda is what is our financial condition. And Stephanie always provides us with a financial report and shows us our expenses and liabilities and what our current balances are. And the reason for this is this year we have to generate $16,500 to meet our operating budget to cover our expenses for the operating as a non-for-profit digital media source for the community. And as a new member last year, I kind of want to get an idea of where our funds were coming from. And David provided me with 4 years of data, which I've kind of compiled in some charts here just to kind of get a snapshot idea of where our money comes from. In 2015, which was our inaugural year, we had a whopping $21,790 in donations from individuals, which generated 71% of our operating income. And the matching funds that were donated by Tim Andrews of $10,000 kind of provided a groundswell in the community to get this project off the ground. Grants from the Hall Creek Flat Rock Area Endowment and the Hope Town Council Edit Committee provided $7,000 or 7%. And while the money that we have obtained from these grants has been pretty steady through the years, the individual donates have dropped off from 2016 to 2018, only averaging about $2,000 a year in individual donations. Our advertising sales in the first year was only about 5% of our operating income, but has increased to 18%, 29%, and 21% in the next 3 years. And I think that's a function of not being started out as an entity and building some faith in the community and the businesses around us. We've also received continuing support from Norman Funeral Home during all 4 years. And in 2018, we had a major boost by having a fundraiser that was held in Willow Leaves that David orchestrated and Bud Heron and Julian Smith were a big part of. And that generated $4,139 for us, which became 27% of last year's budget. And we're hoping to have another fundraiser this year to help continue that trend. So we continue to look at ways to boost our contributions from individuals. And one of the things that we've done recently is we have a donation button on the website that will be going online live if it's not yet. Soon.
No, it's already there.
It is.
Right. Where people can go ahead and just click on there, and if they want to make a $10 donation or $100 donation, they can do that from a credit card. It's a very quick process. So we're hoping that will be one thing. But we're always looking at different options that we can do to help generate more money for us. That's all.
That's Zach's with it, isn't it?
It is. We are.
There it is.
He's probably making a donation one.
His name I'm going to put it in.
And at this time, Zach's going to be talking about our expenditures. We hope, right, Zach?
Sure. You want to flip those for me?
Yep.
All right. You want me to come up there, right?
Yes, of course.
So I'm kind of a numbers geek. It's kind of hard to read that. Some supposed to stay in here. So anyway, I tried to do some color highlights. I'm not into colors, but I figured that would help. So anyway, this is the monthly budget. So just we've got a monthly, and then we do an annually. Once I started with the group, I started looking at all these pieces of paper, and I started accumulating all the numbers together. But if you could flip to the next slide, and maybe let's just talk about annual numbers. So annually, this is what it looks like in kind of the top part in green. Just want to throw out there that we have no rent, no utilities, so it's all virtual, which is a good thing. So we're not spending any money there. And then just if you look at the different years in yellow, and you could see we're in 15, 12,000, 14,000, 15,000. And this is the budget, not the actual spend, but almost 19,000 budget in 18, and then down to 16,000 in 19. But for me, it's these guys are really tight on their money. I mean, they talk about writing checks for $10, $20, so they really keep on their expenses really hard. But anyway, but just in the orange, the mobile application. I'm not sure if I know the whole history there, but we don't have a budget for it this year, which is why we're lower in total than last year. And I believe because we had maybe some issues last year, and then he's given us this year free, but then in 2020 and beyond, we'll have to start paying that.
Which is $100 a month.
$100 a month? Okay, gotcha. So anyway, so you'll see where, we've got a freebie this year, which helps. If you go to the next slide, and then this is really just talking about the budget to the actual spend, budget 18 and 19 and actuals on 18. And it's hard to see, but the BW stands for better or worse. And but you can see where our budget in 18 was 18, and then or almost 19. Then we spent 17, and then you can look at the different areas where we're better or worse. Anyway, so we're better, and you can see in the blue most of our costs are with the staffing, and then that's what you would expect with this group is to have staffing costs and minimal administrative costs. So that's it looks good. Again, the 2019 budget is lower than the 2018 actuals because of the mobile application. So if you add 1,600 to that, then you're up to about 18,000 budget for the 2019. So it's not too far off of what we spent last year. And then I think the next slide is just kind of a percentage breakdown, a pie chart, trying to give more visual. And then you can see, again, the staffing is the big chunk of what we spend our money on. And then we got a lot of little things. I think we even got, or have, we got post office in there maybe, some really small things. So anyway, so that's what that is. And then the next slide talks about our goals for 2019. I won't read them all to you, but anyway, so we do have goals, which was interesting because just being with big corporations throughout my career, they're always honest about what's your annual goals and keeping on them, and to come to the small group, and then that the small groups they have goals and what they're trying to do each year. I think that's I was very impressed. That was real important. And then I guess one thing for me is again the donations, because I do donate. And when I first started, I was like, Dave, I'm writing a check every month. I write a check to you guys and to Hope Utilities, and let's do something online. And so we got that done thanks to a lot of people's help. So then the next slide is our core values or mission. And then I don't know if you want to talk through this, David, but you can read it. And I think they're good values. I mean, it's celebrate our accomplishments, revealing, and that's what we're doing today. Revealing the business plan, the financials. I mean, probably a lot of small organizations don't just open up their books for you. So I think that's great. Integrity. I think last meeting I asked, because I was, I'm still trying to figure out what we do here, and it's like, okay, is this more of a gossip news or is it really news? And it's, they pretty much said it's real news. We're not doing gossip. So that was really nice service. So obviously to the community, and then I guess as far as what David is hoping for, or the whole group is continuing to keep this newspaper going for another 100 years or more, wherever we're at. So and that's it.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk about some highlights for each year. I'm going to try to be brief. 2015, I still remember being in the conference room, Raymond James, with Scott Mings, and we were kicking around how much money we wanted to raise. Someone suggested $30,000. We looked at one another, and we were wondering, can we really do it? And guess what we did? We raised just over $30,000 that first year, which was a key in regard to the following years. In 2016, I would have to say that working on promotion of HSJ Online was very important. It's one of the reasons why we have that table banner in there, and our readership numbers increased dramatically. In 2017, we worked with IU Kelly students. Any IU graduates out there? Raise up your arm if you're an IU graduate. Yeah, well, that was a great experience. One of the reasons why it was so great is because work with them brought our average age down dramatically. They helped us develop a marketing and intern packet in regard to Hauser. That's been very beneficial. They stressed to us as younger people that they really preferred pictures and videos and not much text. And I will never forget what one young lady said. She stated, "I have never looked at a physical newspaper. I have never looked at a physical newspaper. I go online for everything I need." So that made quite the impact. In 2018, the Once a Soldier HSJ Online benefit was just fantastic. Bud, thank you. Julian Smith's not here, but thanks to Julian too, where you've already heard that we brought in over $4,000. This year will be our first full year for a new website and for our mobile application. So we're looking forward to that. One of the reasons why we wanted to go to this new website is because it provides us more opportunities to meet the goal that the IU students set for us to have more pictures and videos. And I just want to end with some quotes from David McChesney, who again is the CEO of OneUp, our website provider. He was at our last meeting talking with us about the donation application on our website, and he made some comments that meant a lot to us, and they need to be heard by you. We really don't have anybody that does what you do and kind of how you do it. You are our only nonprofit newspaper, and so it is different that way. You're also one of the very few that we work with that doesn't have a print component. You don't have the daily marketing piece called the print newspaper. And so in that regard, your stats are really nice. Because we have some weekly newspapers that do not do as well as you do. So I think that is kind of really amazing. And just in case you don't know, we do have print copies within the library. Thanks, Steph and David. And not only in the library, but also in Reflections. You can refer to it when you're getting your hair done. To continue, you guys are so enthusiastic about what you're doing. It is a labor of love. It is not a day job. It is unique in terms of the portfolio of our customers. We work with some very big entities, our bread and butter. So something like this is kind of unique to us. So I think your stats are pretty good. about the newspaper industry. It is a shame to see that we are losing papers in many places. But hope, this is special. And you guys don't realize how special this effort is. It really is very unique. Maybe not far too much longer, but it really is. So, again, comments from David McChesney. And that's it for me at this time. So thank you very much.